Alright guys, this is going to be the another video I will want you to watch. I'm going to tag this video as let's say um web creation, maybe video 6 or something. Now the reason why I'm making this video is that after I've created and then put all the details of this particular form in it, and then I've done the formidable and all of that, I discovered that I'm still not getting an email address of which I'm supposed to get an email address immediate. I mean email notification. Each time somebody click on this submit button, I should get an email notification, but I'm still not getting it. So what can only be responsible for that is what I'm going to do a video so that we can fix it on this particular website. So there is something called WPSMTP. Now WPSMTP or SMTP. Now let me explain how SMTP works to you. Now for example, if you have your house in shape, and then a visitor comes to visit you in your house. Now you know that the visitor does not have access to everywhere unless you give him a permission. For example, the visitor cannot just go inside your main living your private living room. You know there are houses whereby you have more than two living rooms, the main living room and the private living room. The visitor does not have the right to just come in straight to your private living room unless you give him an access. So the same thing, when somebody comes to your website, there should be something that forces his action to be given attention on your website, and that is what a WPSMTP is all about. So with the help of WPSMTP, we will be able to receive email notification from foreigners or outsider. It is you that you know that you love them and you want them as customers. So but to the website generally, they are foreigners. The website does not recognize them until we ask the website to recognize them and give them access to our space. Do we understand that? So that's what we are going to try to look at, how we can overcome that as a challenge in this video. I don't know what is wrong with my network, but I think it's coming up fine now. Okay, so to do that, what we are going to do is that we are going to go to plugin. This is the back end of my website, so I'm going to go to plugin. So once I get to plugins, I will search for the name of the plugin I'm going to be using for this particular purpose. I'm going to be using a plugin by name WPSMTP. So once I get to plugin, I'm going to click on add new. I'll click on add new. Then from add new, I'm going to select, I'm going to type in here WPSMTP. WPSMTP. So I'll search for the plugin. So I'm going to search for the plugin WPSMTP. So I'm going to try to install this. This is WPSMTP. You can see it, over 2 million plus active installation. So it means that this is working. So I'm going to click on install now. Once I click on install now, I'll click on activate. So once I click on activate, it's going to ask me to configure my WPSMTP plugin. So it's going to ask me to configure my WPSMTP. Now you know the other time when we were trying to create a webmail, I was telling you that you have to keep your password secure, and then there are some details on this guy that will be needed by you. Let me look for a way to go there. Okay, let's go back to let's go back to our cPanel dashboard. So it's going to ask me to log in again. So I've tried logging in again. Okay, so it's going to ask us to set up the WPSMTP account on this particular website. So I'm going to click on let's get started. So once I click on let's get started, now this thing is very tricky. So and then I want you to just do exactly what I'm doing the next time you are doing yours. So click on other SMTP. Now the reason why you are clicking on other SMTP is because that is what we allow for everything that will not be customized to a particular address. So if we choose Gmail now, it means only Gmail will be accessible on our website, and then we don't want that, so we just want other. So it means every other thing, even all of those will be configured together. So click on other SMTP and click on save and continue. So once you click on save and continue, so this is going to ask you your SMTP host. Now your SMTP host is the name of your website. Your SMTP host is the name of your website. You can see I came here so that I can copy the exact thing that works from my other website. You can see SMTP host is the name of your website. So for this case, the SMTP host is going to be this.xyz, this.xyz. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it. So here, select SSL. Select SSL. You know what we are using in secure socket layer. So once you select SSL, the SMTP port is going to come, and then which is 465. In case you didn't see it, it's just 465. Then allow for auto TLS. Allow for auto TLS. Then allow for authentication. Allow for authentication. Then it's going to ask me for my SMTP username and password. Now the SMTP username that we use is, let me check please, I need to check this. The SMTP username we used was admin, so let's just select admin. Then this password will be wrong, so I'm going to go here. You know I saved the password the other time, so I'm going to copy the password and then I'm going to put it here. So once I do that, then the from name, all of those ones. So from name, I just want to make sure that I do the exact thing that is there. So from name, let me put it, so the from name and the from email is going to be the email that we created, I mean the webmail that we created. You know what we created was info at this.xyz. So from name is going to be info at info info at, so that will be our from name. Then it will also be our from email. It will also be our from email. Then I'm going to click on force from name. I'm going to enable force from name, and then you are going to enable force from email. So all of them is enabled. Now let's save and continue. So no thanks. So once that is done, click on save and continue. Now so we are going to, I don't need this, let's skip this step. Don't need this. Then also skip this test, don't go and be connecting anything, please skip this step also. So once that is done, now are you seeing what I'm saying? So this thing can be very tricky. I don't know what he's saying is wrong now again. So let it come up. Let it come up. So there was an error while sending the test email. So the only thing that could happen is maybe something is wrong with the password we put or something. We are going to check it. I'm going to check it and then fix this too. So I'm going to tell you the exact thing I did. So to configure that, to what's it called, to troubleshoot this, just go to settings, then click on WP SMTP, and then click on settings here. Click on settings. So we are going to see all those data, and then we are going to try to fix it, to fix the error. So this exact mistake I made, I think I've known it now. The SMTP username is not admin. The SMTP username is the same as all this your from a mail and from email. So let's copy it. That's the username. You know we created it. So it's going to be not be admin. Admin place that for the backend login details. So it's not going to be admin. It's going to be info at adultwatches.xyz. So I'm going to click on save setting. So we'll see if it is active now. So you can see that your settings were successfully saved. Now if it's written this does not mean that you are correct 100% until you send out an email test. So you are going to send out an email test. Now I'm going to send an email test to myself. Let me send an email test to myself so that I can see if this is actually working now. So let's say send email. So once it is active, you see this thing, the test email might have sent, but its deliverability should be improved. Now they don't want to be 100% certain. Now I've received the email notification on my phone. I've received the email notification on my phone. So let me try and again submit this form, the form on this website. Let me try and submit it again to see if I'm going to get that email notification now. So what I did is that I refilled the form, then I'm going to click on submit. So let me refresh my phone to see if I've received the email. So after doing that, now I've received an email notification for this particular form that I was sent to, that I configured to the website. So that's about all that you need to do. I hope you get value for this. So in case there is any question, so please just get back to me. Get back to me. Thank you.